Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Titleless Musings, and today I have a new spread in my K-pop journal. So today I'm making a spread about Enhypen's newest music video at the time of filming, which is the Outside music video, so the B-side track for Desire Unleashed. Um, I wasn't really sure how I wanted to make this spread, but then all of a sudden it kind of came to me. One of the things that I really liked, or one of the scenes, was the full black and white scene, and that kind of made me think about old film cells. So that is what we are going to be doing today. I'm going to be making a kind of film cell theme spread for this. I really liked this video. Actually, I was a little bit surprised we didn't get Helium, because I think everybody was expecting that Helium was going to be the B-side. But Desire Unleashed is such a good album that I'm not mad at all. It could have been any one of the songs and it would have been phenomenal. This was to me like Folklore. Taylor Swift's Folklore is my Taylor Swift album. This is Desire Unleashed is kind of my Enhypen album. I have the same feelings about it as I do Folklore. It's just such a special album to me that honestly I don't think I would have cared what the music video was, because I really enjoy all of the songs. Outside was actually one of the first songs that I'd heard, because I do listen to the album in order the first time it comes out, but then I wasn't super sure on Outside, so I listened to that a bunch. I got to the point where I listened to it so many times that Outside didn't even sound like a real word anymore, but it definitely grew on me a lot. I think that seeing it live, though, has also helped. I've been watching all of their performances on, like, Incogio and Music Core and all that, and it's such a good song. So getting a music video, and I like the performance video as well, because I thought the only thing in the music video that I didn't like was it was kind of hard to see the outfits, and a lot of times the outfits are like super cool, like Jay's little bunny ear head thing that he was talking about on Weverse. So I'm glad that we actually got the performance video for that, because that made it a little bit easier to kind of get a good look at their outfits. And I think that the outfits as well did such a good job of tying into the song, kind of the genre of the song. So yeah, I love the Outside music video. As I said though, towards the beginning of the video, one of the biggest things that stood out to me was the black and white scene, and I just started thinking about film cells. At Christmas, I got a little journaling set that had film strip stickers, and I've been wanting to use them because I have some that are just like plain colors, so there's not pictures inside of them. So I decided I would use those on this spread, and then it didn't actually come out as aesthetic as I was hoping, I'm not gonna lie. But I do the 8 photos I have down the side here. I actually do it on the left side as well. But it didn't come out very well for a couple reasons. First of all, I wanted to try and draw like a custom film cell on these sides, so that then it was like, here are the frames from the video, and it just didn't really look how I was kind of expecting it to look. I kind of had a vision in my head, and that vision just didn't really translate on paper. The other big reason I think it didn't translate is because I didn't center the title very well. I don't know what. I could have just done the S, I guess, in the middle of the page, and then that would have equally divided the letters, but I didn't, and it means that the right side here that I'm working on now, that's actually closer to the letters than the left side is. So yeah, this spread, I'm gonna be honest, is definitely one of those where the idea was much better in my head than it was on paper. But I thought I would still upload this anyways, A, because I wanted to just make a video about it in general, but B, because I think that it shows that, I've been journaling for years now, and I am still bad at it. I still have not improved, and you know what? Growth is recognizing that. So yeah, this was not how I had planned on it coming out. I think the other thing that just really irritated me about myself was I tried to freehand all of this. I used a ruler to draw lines, but when I say freehand, I mean that I counted the grid spaces, and I was like, yeah, it'll be the same on both sides. Not realizing that I hadn't cut some of the photos straight, so it means that the two sides aren't symmetrical. So if that bothers you, I promise it bothers me just as much. As soon as I finished the spread that day, I was like, oh my god. So yeah, this is not my favorite video I've made for the album release, but you know what? You have to take the losses with the wins sometimes. One of the things that I didn't actually plan for this spread, but I ended up doing, is I write a couple of the English lyrics, like Jay's "Was it pretty boring, now it's getting ugly" line. I write those, and I don't use a font for those. The font in the middle I actually traced from Google Fonts. I don't remember what it was called. I was looking up like rugged font, and I came out with that. But then I freehand some of the lyrics. So if you kind of see, once we get through drawing these film cells here in a minute, you'll see me write out the lyrics. That was me intentionally trying to make the writing look a bit scrawled. I wanted it to kind of be rough to represent kind of the rough feel of the song. That again was another one where I kind of looked back on it and I was like, wow, it just looks like I can't write very well. So yeah, I hope that you'll kind of appreciate the way I was going with these stylistically. And yeah, just take this as a moment that it does not matter how long you've been journaling. Sometimes you just don't kind of reach the mark. But going back to the song for a second, I really liked the video for Outside, although I did feel like it was a bit like Brought the Heat Back, where there's some things that I don't get the connection between. One of the things that I pointed out that I think I may be missing something, so if I am, please feel free to comment and let me know. Jay was drinking milk in this video, and I didn't get if that was like maybe a reference in Korean that I didn't understand, or if it was just a bit like the fish and Brought the Heat Back, where I still have absolutely no idea what the fish point was, but it may just be something we embrace. But that it gave me very Brought the Heat Back vibes, and yeah, I didn't get the milk part, but the rest of the video I thought was really good. The choreography I thought was quite unique. I definitely think this is Nicki's song. This is Nicki's era. He really just stole my eye during this performance. Sorry, I was checking the pen there. But he really stole my kind of attention while I was watching the Outside performances. He did a really, really good job. Back on the spread, you see now what I mean about the letters not aligning. That line also is not straight. Yeah, I should not be allowed to freehand anything anymore. The problem is that sometimes I have a really, really steady hand, but I also have problems with my right hand, probably because I write so much, where my right hand just like shakes a little bit every single time I sit down to write. So some of this is I should have been using a ruler, and some of this is also just me getting old, unfortunately. Here are the film cell stickers that I was talking about. They came in a journal pack, so they're not actual film cells. They're just kind of stickers based on film cells, but they don't have any like photos. They're just color, and they're like kind of an orange. I think like a sunset is what it's supposed to be representing. So I ended up using those to, you know, show that I was actually trying to have a theme here. And then I just do, it's not really shadow, it's just more meant to make the title stand out from the rest of the page. And I did add the "We Be Outside" part because I do think about that all the time. So now I'm just going to be adding the kind of finishing touches. I decided to add a little gray line over the "We Be" part just to, again, make it pop. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where I write out some of the lyrics. Again, much better in my head than it was on paper. But, you know, I think that it's important to kind of show it doesn't matter that I do this, not for a living, I don't make any money off of this, but it doesn't matter that I do this kind of at least 3-4 times a month. I still am not very good at it, and you know what? That is perfectly okay, because it was fun. I had a lot of fun making this spread, actually. I really did. Even though I wasn't super happy with how it turned out, I still had a lot of fun, and that is what matters in the end. But we are now coming to the end of the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of the song? What did you think of Jay drinking the milk scene? Am I missing something with that? And what did you think of the spread? Is there anything that you would have done differently? Yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.